Greetings all, this is Gerald Clark on behalf of Seventh Planet Broadcasting and Gravity Body Academy. And I wanted to share something really exciting with you all today. Having walked many paths in my life and careers and stopping points along my way, to include having been a helicopter pilot, electronics design engineer. I ran a holistic healthcare practice for more than 10 years. And I've been an author, a speaker, and several other things lately, and tried my hand at making a movie. With all of that said, in my path, I've discovered something very significant that I've mentioned in my books, and I want to share with you all. In a new forum online, Christa, my wife, and I have teamed up to create an online school, the Gravity Body Academy, which is completely accessible online. I wanted to give you a little background on how that came to be. I was introduced to structural integration during a triathlon in the spring of 2000 in San Diego, California. I pursued it as a solution for myself and for my son, who was born with a genetic disorder. And as a result of that, I ended up never having the intention to, but ended up full-time in practice for many years and saw hundreds of clients. And through that process, I discovered in my spiritual and energetic evolutionary path, just like all of you, that some things have a significant impact that are worth sharing, and this is one of them. So in that process, we've developed an online school that consists of both the anatomy and physiology and the structural integration expertise that I was able to accumulate since that time in 2002 when I first experienced the work. So it's been 16 years, and I've had aspirations to start this school. Since 2007, I wrote a business plan and attempted to create it in conjunction with Gravity Body Structural Academy that I ran in Tucson, Arizona and in San Diego. So with that said, I'm so very excited to introduce you to this work. And I wanted to give you a little further connection with my work on the first book that I wrote, The Anunnaki of Nibiru. Through this process and exposure to the human body and its relationship with gravity, many of us in the structural community came to realize, and it coincided with beliefs that Ida Rolf herself, the founder of structural integration, had, that the human body was not fully evolved yet to completely adapt to the gravity field on its own without intervention. And she named 3 very specific locations in the body that were a problem. And it turns out that through my practice, I was able to verify that not only those, but the majority of everything else she said about our experience in the human body was pretty accurate as well. And those 3 spots were the back of your heel, the back of your pelvis, and the back of your head. And this goes back to our design. And I pondered in my book, The Anunnaki of Nibiru and the 7th Planet, Mercury Rising, what went wrong in the genetic design that we know took place in South Africa between the Anunnaki and the hybridization that they did with early man, who we believe to be Neanderthal or Denisovian or Cro-Magnon, whichever one it was. There seemed to be a disparity between the genetic material that they used that had a certain adaptation to another gravity constant that seemed different than the one that they used to hybridize the beings on this planet. And that, to me, was my theory why it was humanity, in my own hypothesis, why humanity was unable to, from birth, adapt to the gravity field without major aberrations in their structure, to be at ease and not at war with gravity. So recently I did a gravity series on my premium channel where I went deep into the theory of gravity, and the ending of that series was titled Gravity in You. And for some reason, that video triggered me to, in the very next instance, realize it was time to share my findings in structural integration relative to my equation 5A that was listed in both my books, and what it is energetically, how our human body works with gravity and with our chakras to have the highest experiences as we were designed to have. So I felt like it was a very significant thing to share, and it doesn't affect just a few of us. When you look around with a structural integrator's eyes, you'll realize that every single being needs the intervention of structural integration. And for that reason, I've decided to, instead of set up a brick and mortar school, is to take everything that Christa and I have done in this practice, and she became my first student in 2011 after experiencing the work in 2010. And ever since then, we've shared the work with each other, with our community, off and on. And so I was really honored that she decided to join me and contribute to a significant portion of the development of this school, Gravity Body Academy. So with that said, I want to encourage all of those of you that are considering a healing path to take a look at the value proposition that we put together. For only $1,000. You can learn this work, and it's cheaper than actually receiving the work itself. So empower yourselves, share it with your family and your friends, and help be part of the solution in changing people's lives to find the highest existence and reason and purpose for their avatar being in the first place. So